to a new video. Today I am back with my monthly roundup of May. I do realize it's a bit late. I just never got a chance to film it. I was just really busy, and lately I've been struggling with editing, as you may know if you've been following my vlogs. Just a little quick note about that. I am currently trying to work out a new vlog schedule. Not in how much I vlog and what day I vlog. I continue to vlog every day, but more in an uploading schedule. I'm not happy entirely with the way I've been doing things lately, and I want to find a way to do it that makes me happier, but I still don't know what makes me happier, so I'm kind of experimenting at the moment. So please bear with me while I try and find a new groove, let's say. Now, let's talk about the month of May. It's been a long month, a very long month, full of packed with things. It was a very busy month for me, and it was a month overall where I achieved a lot of stuff, which I'm very happy about. And yes, so I am just going to tell you a little bit about those things. I've divided things, I have a list on my phone. I've divided things in categories just to make it a little bit easier, and I've made 3 main categories. First one is movies. The only new movie I've seen in the cinema this month was Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, and I absolutely loved it. I love the first one. Now, I don't like it as much as the first one, I think, but it's not far off. You know, it's not like a big... The way sometimes in some movies you're very disappointed for the second one, or you have higher expectations and all that. I had absolutely no disappointment. It was only slightly less good, but I absolutely loved it. And Baby Groot is just really cute, and I kind of want one. So yeah. The next category is things, or things I got, objects and things like that. That's the only way I could label it. The first thing you may see behind me there, it was my birthday this month, and I was spoiled, absolutely spoiled. And I'm not going to go through every single present I got, because I really was truly spoiled this year, but I'm going to tell you about some things which made me happy for a specific reason, or meant a lot to me, or you know, I've picked 3 because I had to... No, actually I have 4. Sorry, I have 4. I had to reduce it, you know, to a certain amount. The first thing are my pop vinyl figures. For Mother's Day, James had got me George and Fred from Weasley from Harry Potter, one from each of the boys, and I've been wanting to collect these figures for a long time, but I knew that if I started I wouldn't be able to stop, and I was kind of holding back because of this. I've been collecting Momiji dolls, which I have above my desk. Hold on, I'm going to try and show you. See up there? There. They are Japanese dolls, and I've been collecting them, but not to have all of them. Each of them has a specific meaning. I keep meaning to do a video about all the ones I have and where they come from and why I have them, the meaning behind them. I will do that eventually. But these... my collection has been kind of forced by James and my sisters and Therese, because they all contributed to it for my birthday this year, and it has made it grow massively, and well, massively in proportion. You know, I still have quite, like, I only have a few compared to most people, I guess, but I have quite a lot. So I got, I'm going to show them all to you. My sisters and my brother-in-law got me quite a few, actually. I got Luna Lovegood, which is I absolutely love. I'm just going to put them in here for now. Then these Fred and George I had got for Mother's Day before from the boys. This one I got myself. It's a Baby Groot with a... That's the only one I have bought myself. All the other ones people have bought for me. Then my sisters also got me Anna in the coronation dress, and Rapunzel with Pascal. It's Rapunzel and Pascal. And they also got me, which I'm so excited about, an Erased Targaryen on Drogon, and look, so cool. I absolutely love it. Now, I had a mission to hang this with some nylon thread off the ceiling so it would fly above my desk. Turns out the dragon is much heavier than I thought it would be, so I'm still thinking about what I'm going to do. My plan longer term is to get little shelves like the one I have here for my Momiji dolls above, and I can put quite a few layers and put these on top. But this is quite big for that, so it may stay on my shelf there, I don't know. And then, last but not least, Therese got me Mary Poppins, and look how cute she is. I love her so much. So this is something that has made me very happy. It's something I've been wanting to do for a while, and now, well, they kind of forced me to do it, so I'm gonna have to continue collecting them, I guess. I'm not gonna buy every single one of them. I'm only gonna buy characters I like, because I mean I don't have enough room to keep them, and I also want to keep the boxes. Even though I've taken them out of the box, I want to keep the boxes built. So I have a massive box in my attic at the moment, which is getting filled gradually with boxes of these, just in case I wanted to sell them on later on or anything like that. If you have the box, they keep a bigger value. Because I've opened the box, they've lost some of their value. I do realize that, but anyway. Next thing, just because it's beside me, it's this big basket. The brand is called Rise and Tell. The German brand, can you see it there? Right, this is a bag. I'll tell you the story behind this bag. Therese got me this for my birthday, and it had presents inside it as well. Whenever I went to hospital to get induced with Alfie, because James was in the hospital and was having chemo. Therese was my birth partner, and she came with me. And she came over with this big basket. She has one in a different pattern. She came over with this big basket filled with foods and snacks and distractions and all that, and I was like, oh, this is a really cool basket. And since that, it's been on my Amazon wish list for Christmases and all. We all have a list that we keep adding stuff to, and this year she got me one, and I love it. I've been going everywhere with this. This is just such a big basket. Now it has all my figures. It has a big zip pocket there, and I can actually fit my wallet, my keys, my phone, my camera, and a packet of tissues in the side pockets, and close it, and everything is inside. It's great. It's brilliant for, I always use the click, you know, the scanning machine in Tesco's, and you can put things directly in your basket, and there's so much room in there. So I've been using that for outings when I had loads of stuff to bring. It's been brilliant. I've loved that. The next two presents, which have meant a lot to me, my parents decided to buy me some plants to make my garden nicer. Gardening is at the moment one of my favorite hobbies. I absolutely love it, and my garden is kind of my happy place at the moment. Whenever I don't feel great or I feel very anxious or stressed out, I just go and check on my plants, water them, take care of them. It's amazing the benefits gardening has on my mental health. I cannot stress this enough. It may sound like an old-fashioned thing to do for some people, but to me it's not. It's just, I find it amazing. I find it amazing to plant a seed and end up with massive vegetables. It just fascinates me. So my parents have helped me a lot to get stuff done in the garden when they were here. Like, we painted the fences and all things I couldn't get done when I'm on my own with the boys, because I can't have the paint and rollers out with Alfie, and we never got a chance to do it properly, and we need some nice enough weather. And when they were here, the weather was lovely. There was no rain. So they said, right, let's go and do this, and they really helped me out to do the things in the garden I really wanted to do this year, and I kept having to postpone. And they bought me 2 rhododendrons. I will put pictures there so you can see what they are like. But this makes me, I think it's an amazing present, because it's planted there, and this is going to stay and grow in my garden, and yeah, it's just really nice. I just think plants that you're going to keep, or little trees, or this is such an amazing present. So I'm so happy. And the last present I'm going to talk about, because it just meant a lot to me. James got me tickets to go and see Joseph in the Opera House on Saturday coming, so on the 9th of June. And I'm so happy. I'm so happy. This is a musical I absolutely love, and I didn't even know it was on, and I did not expect this at all. And he's arranged everything. He bought the ticket, he arranged for babysitting, like he's made babysitting arrangements and all that, so we could just go and have a night off. And it's just, it's just great. I'm so happy. So that was really, really nice. And then I'm not going to drag on too long. So the next category, I'm going to talk about things that have happened during the month of May that have had an impact on my life somehow, good or bad, but actually all good, kind of. I'm not going to go into too much detail about each of them because I could go on probably for a full video for each, but yeah. First one I've already touched upon, it was my birthday. I turned 32. I had a great day on my birthday day. The boys did really good. We just had a very quiet day at home. We got a takeaway. James had made cake. It was just lovely, quiet, relaxing. I loved it. And then the next day my friend Therese and her husband and her daughters came over and we had a little bit of an tea party. Not a tea party, we had cake and biscuits and tea and all that, but it was very relaxed and it was very nice. But birthdays are super important to me, and it doesn't matter to me that I turned 32. I still want to have, to me they are very special, and I always like to make people feel special for their birthdays, and it's just very nice to spend some time with people you love on those days and do nice little things. So that was one of them. Then the Eurovision. So if you have followed my vlogs, you will know I am absolutely crazy about the Eurovision. And this year, now I was very, very surprised. Now there's going to be a spoiler ahead. I'm going to mention who won, so if you haven't seen it and if you don't want to know, just skip ahead please. Portugal won, and it was, out of all the songs, my favorite one. This song makes me, it's just so nice and comforting and so, I don't know, just lovely. I never ever thought they could have won. I didn't think so. I didn't think they could, but they did, and I'm so happy for them. It's a win that a lot of people don't find right. It's not, to me, a Eurovision song. I could totally see that song in the movie La La Land. I got the DVD for my birthday, by the way. No, I said that, but still. I still love that movie. It's one of my favorite movies ever. I'm gonna stop about that movie, but yeah, I could so see that song in La La Land. It's perfect for that. I just love it so much. So that was another thing. Then I did something that was a massive challenge for me. One of my friends in France is getting married in August, and we organized a surprise hen night for her, a hen weekend for her, on the first weekend of May in Dublin. So they all flew over to Dublin and I met them there, and it was brilliant. I absolutely loved it, but there was a lot of things in it that to me were massive anxiety triggers. I am not a very social person. I'm an introvert, and social situations, especially with a lot of people, do scare me a lot, and they take a lot out of me. I can cope in them, and a lot of people don't realize I'm an introvert because of this. I can be there, you know, there, but the amount of energy it takes me to manage to completely be there it's draining. And it's nothing against the people there, it's just the way I am. I find a lot of stimulation in one go, and all very scary, and for me to be able to control that fear and that anxiety about this, it takes a lot of my energy out. So I usually after that need to sleep it off or to cry it off, or it may sound silly, but I'm sure if you are like me for that, you will completely understand what I mean. So the whole idea of going to spend a whole weekend with a group of girls, I knew most of them, thankfully, and I think that's the only reason why I managed to do this. And also because that friend we were doing it for means so much to me, and I wanted her hen night to be the most amazing thing ever, because she's had some really rough times lately, and she just really needed it and deserved it completely. So I just wanted to do everything to make it perfect for her. So I managed to put all these feelings and anxiety aside, and what surprised me the most is that I managed to completely enjoy myself there. Sometimes my anxiety takes over and don't manage to enjoy myself and stuff like that. And I conquered so many things. I'm terrified of places like where there's a lot of alcohol and drinking involved, and where people get really drunk, like pubs and things like that, because I don't know why actually. I just do. I'm really scared of that. I'm scared of when people are not capable of controlling what they are doing anymore. That's a situation that scares me a lot. And we ended up going in very crowded places with a group of girls who drank themselves, and well, there was a lot of people, but everybody drank up to a certain level. You know, there was nobody drank to the point they couldn't control themselves anymore. It was just nice. It was just nice. But if you ask me in advance what's your idea of a night where you really wouldn't enjoy yourself, it would be a night out with a group of girls who drink, going out to pubs. And this is exactly what we've done, and still enjoyed myself. And I can't believe I did, and I don't think I would have been able to do it with just anyone. But it's something I needed to manage to do, because yeah. And also it also meant I had to leave the boys with James for the full time. And this is something, because I had to take care of the boy so much when he was ill, and sometimes these things he can't do with them, it stresses me out. But as it just proved me that whenever it's needed, he can deal with it as well, and I can let go of some of my fears a little bit. So yeah, I'm sorry, I'm just rambling there, but it was just, you know, important that this happened, and I'm so glad it did. There's two more things. Then the next thing is the French presidential elections. This is something that was terrifying me after Trump and Brexit. I was ready to see the Front National, which is the fascist extreme right party in France, win the presidential elections. They did end up runner-up, so my fears were not completely, you know, crazy, but they didn't win. And to be honest, it was one of those elections where I didn't have a clue who I wanted to vote for. It's the first time in my life I felt so lost at choosing somebody to become president. I've never ever felt like that ever in any elections before. And I didn't know where it was going to go, but I was really scared of them, because I thought, I'm already going to be leaving a country who's not part of the EU very soon, and if they were going to win, they would also be wanting to leave the EU. And I see myself as a European citizen above all, because I don't know, I belong to a lot of places in a way. I've lived in a lot of, like, I lived in several places in Europe, and that's how I see me. I don't want to give that up. It's part of my identity in a way, and I was just very scared this would be taken away, and it's not for now anyway. So that was very good news. Last but not least, I have finally started to see the medical specialist I needed to see to finally try and work on some issues I've been having. And it kind of came out of the blue. I didn't expect to receive any phone calls for my appointments this month, and I got a phone call one day saying there's a cancellation, if you can come tomorrow morning, we're happy to give you an appointment, and then that will be you starting. And it took me like, I had to say yes on the phone, because I couldn't miss that opportunity, because it bumped me up if I accepted it. The way it works here, because I know a lot of you watch and are not from here, there's a waiting list system, and depending on the emergency level of what you're waiting for, you are put on a different list. Like, there's the routine list, there's an emergency list, and all that. I was on the emergency list for a few things there, but because of my age, I was put lower into it anyway. The lists are very long. Our healthcare at the moment is not the best, not due to the professionals who work in it. They are doing an amazing job. The government is being rubbish about it, basically. To sum it up, I don't want to go into politics. And they are trying so hard to keep things together, and they are not given a fair chance at the moment. And I'm really hoping that the next elections in the UK are going to make a difference to this, but we'll talk about that in the next video. Anyway, I've been waiting for a month to be seen, and these are issues that make my daily life very complicated some days, and that need addressed, that are not, you know, silly issues or anything like that. And I didn't expect to start that this month, and it's just been amazing to finally see people who are capable of helping me and telling me, okay, this is all the things we can do to help you. So I went from being in a place where I was feeling hopeless, because I really was at times, where somebody told me, hold on, there's stuff I can do to help you. So this is the list of things we're going to try. Some of them might not work, some of them might work, but we're going to try them and see what's possible. And it's just very nice to have somebody who listens to you and then makes your problem, which is problems that are invisible to others. And it's very hard sometimes for people to take it seriously whenever you say, some days I can't leave the house, some days I'm in agony pain wise and I'm having to lie down. It's just, it's, nobody can see it because it's inside my body, and sometimes it's very frustrating. And some doctors are not, it's not that they don't believe me, but some doctors are, you can see that they are writing things down because they have to, and I don't feel like they always completely believe what I say. And to finally have some people doing the right exam and said, oh, actually you're very right, and I don't know how. One of the physios I've seen has said to me, I don't know how you are walking every day and taking care of 2 young children and doing everything you do with the way things are right now. And even if it's kind of a reality check because it's a confirmation about what I was thinking, it's just very nice to have a professional finally taking it seriously and telling you, oh, actually, okay, you're in pain right now, you really are in pain, and we're going to help you and all that. So I had to face all these issues with my body, but unless I face them, I can't get the help. So I kind of see it as a very, very, very positive thing. It's something it's going to be going on for probably several years to try and help with that. I know I've never talked in details about what it is all about, but I want to try and make a video about this a bit later on when I've already tried things, because it's a problem that several people could be affected with that watch these videos, and I feel like making a video with having already some answers could help people more than just saying, hi, I have all this and I don't know what to do, because if you're watching this with the same issue, it might not help. Anyway, this video is already very long. I'm sorry, I rambled on a lot, but it was a long month. Let me know what was the highlight of your month of May, and I will be back. I will have my little box review up as soon as it arrives. I'll film it straight away and put it up. I don't really have an uploading schedule at the moment, so I'm just going to be uploading videos whenever they are done. So as soon as I get my little box, I will be doing the review of that. I will obviously be doing the review of the roundup of the month of June in a few weeks. And any kind of video I feel like doing in between that, I will do. So yeah, if you haven't yet, subscribe, hit the like buttons, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!